So the layers of this first coat of epoxy, and now what I'm going to do is start applying colour to it. Just before I begin, just to point out that although it's sealed with epoxy, it's not a completely flat surface I'm working on. There's still the wood's natural shakes and these pores are in there, which are uneven, and I kind of want to build on top of that instead of wiping that out with a flat primer coat. I'm just going to build with transparent colour on top of that. So just a quick run through the tools. When I start spraying with paint, I basically don't handle the layer anymore because I've grease on my hands. I don't want to contaminate the paint or the layers that are going to go on top. So this is a stand I got, I think, for my birthday when I was about 10 or 12. Never saw a use for it at the time, but now it's indispensable. For hanging up, I'm using these opened up paper clips. Airbrush wise, I've just recently got this after using a range of airbrushes, but this is an Iwata Neo, which is their entry level airbrush, and it's dual action basically. So it's down for air and pull back for ink. It's gravity feed. The great thing about this is the gravity feed, you can use it at lower pressures because it's not have to suck up through a straw. For scales, I'm using a embroidery frame, and I've got some netting material I bought. Compressor wise, it's just a standard compressor, oilless. I did have a compressor which ran with oil, and it made a mess basically. It was spitting out oil. So if you're going to buy a compressor, make sure it's oilless. These are transparent acrylic inks, Dale Rowney, Createx. Health and safety wise, although these inks aren't poisonous, you really need a respirator to protect your lungs. After spraying for a couple of hours without one, you will really feel it on your chest. It'll really do some damage. Finally, a hairdryer. This is a heat gun, but a hairdryer just between coats, just to give it really set the paint with some heat. Another important thing is cleaning fluid, so I can clean between shots with the airbrush. So this first pattern I'm going to do is incredibly simple and seems basic, but it's a pattern that basically I think I've caught more fish on than anything else. So what I start with is with some of this. This is shimmering green, which gives a kind of, what's the word? It gives like almost a pearl-like quality to the layer. And because I'm using transparent inks, I can put everything on top and it'll still kind of shine through. Probably won't pick it up on the camera. The important thing with this stuff is, because it's got particles in it, is to get it really shaken up. So I can just get a few drops in the cup. I'm not going to use a huge amount. Let's just see if we've got anything coming out there. Yeah. The really difficult thing with this shimmer coat is you can't really see what the hell it's doing. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much covered. You might be able to see that on the camera, but I'll give that a couple of seconds to dry. And then I'm just going to give it a quick blast with the heat gun. So I've put it the right way up, and I'm going to flush out the little drops that remain. These tubs are great. I've made this myself, but you can buy these. It just means you're not spraying the waste into the atmosphere. So rather than clean the airbrush out, I'm just going to load up the next colour, which in this case is just going to be a transparent blue basically. And then I'm going to get my net and just rest it on. Just a little bit of pressure just to hold it on. Oh, let's pull that forward there, that's better. Let me just test on my hand. So I've got some colour. There we go. One side, turn it round. And then I'm just going to fill in that area on top. Just check. Yeah. So I'll just get rid of that colour. Again. So it's down to nothing. There we go. Then I'm going to go with a bit of green. Again, transparent green. Just give it a blast on my fingers. I should really do. Give it a blast on there until the green comes out. There we go. Green's coming out. So I just want to give a kind of a rim of green. So let's get rid of that colour. What's left in there, which isn't much. And I'm going to put in a little bit of black. See the black coming through there. And I just want to do where the eyes are going to be, round where the eyes are going to be. Just get rid of it. So the last colour is red, and I'm going to have to really wash the airbrush out, changing from black to red. But I can see that the grain, I can see the grain of the wood, and as I move it, I don't know whether you can see that on the camera, there should be a sheen, a coloured sheen to it. Let's just give that a bit of heat again. So I'm going to turn the layer over just because I need to do the underside. Just make it really quite dark at the front. Do the end. So to make the gill plates, I'm going to use this, which is aluminium sticky back tape. I'll just show you what I do to make them. It seems to cut better with scissors actually than with a knife, but I just fold it in half. I want to strip about 6mm, I think, 6 to 8mm. Because I've folded it over, obviously I've got two pieces the same. Cut that at approximately 30 degrees. 30 degrees off the 90, and then just do a little round cut there. So that's really the gill plate, just incredibly simple. There we go. Just kind of line it up with the I'm just using a metal bar just to smooth this out. Just as long as it's smooth, basically. I've picked up things with resin on before and scarred all the face, so. There's one side. I'm just going to cut out where the lip's going to go. So the other side is the same story. It's a little more difficult trying to line up, obviously, because you can't see the other side. So I'll just temporarily put that lip in and just so I can see where the eyes are going to go. And for eyes I'm using these are 6mm, I think, or 5.5mm 3D eyes, self-adhesive. Although the adhesive is really quite rubbish. And what I tend to do is put them on and then a blob of super glue behind them. Let's do the other side. The easy way to do this is to look down. Well, to the same distance from the front, and then look to the side just to see the difference in height. This one's quite a bit higher. At the top, about right. Yeah. Great. And these actually stick out at the top a bit. You can't really see, but I like that bulge. They don't sit flat because it's curved. Place, and I'm going to take that lip I've just put in temporarily out. So to finish off, I'm just going to put a blob of super glue behind the eye on both sides. And that should secure it. So to get the lip in, I've taken it out of its holder, and I'm just holding it with a glass cleaning cloth, not with my hand. I'm just going to slide the lip in. It should sit pretty well, but it's just a case of kind of leveling it up with your eye. It's quite a tricky thing to do, to be honest. And then I'm going to put a tiny little bit of super glue again. Yeah, might just run in, do the other side. Yeah. So once those two little basics are done, it's ready for clear coating. As a kind of final thing, I take a glass cleaning cloth and just polish the foil here. Just because if I've got any grease off my fingers on it, it can be. I've had problems here before with this little bit from handling it, basically. It's just really to get any grease off. So there we go. It's a very simple design, and we're ready for the top coat of epoxy, which are really just going to transform it.